Okay, you want to see me use a hammer? Here we go. So I got a couple tool sheds like this one that's overflowing. It's time to build a new one so I can move all my tools in it and get this one off the hill so I can add on to my house. And if you're wondering, yep, that's my nephew Charlie. He's back from Florida. And that's my big-headed dog named Goobs. Gooby, what are you eating? My guess is it's probably poop.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Overflow on aisle 6.
There are no shortcuts, and nothing in life is supposed to be easy.
Not a bit. If it's easy, it ain't worth a darn.
Right? And if you know what you're doing, you're not learning anything. Alright, so I just tear the top off, or do you want me to cut it?
Yeah, you can just tear it out. Whatever way's easier. Every time you open concrete, it's a mess and there's something that spills. There's no way to avoid it.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, number one thing, also remember, we should be wearing a mask, but we don't have any because took them all. So just cover your face up a little bit. Oh, I can't say
Might get demonetized.
No, you get demonetized before I get monetized. Hey, Gooby, give me that ball. So we got 3 holes dug already. We're going to put in a layer of concrete about 3 inches deep. Let it get hard, set our posts, and then encase the rest of the post with concrete. Got the jiggle jiggles. Gooby, are you going to get off your butt and help, Scoops? He's like, I got the... He found out how to help. He got his ball and threw it to you. I should have videoed Charlie using an auger to dig these holes. It was his first time using one.
Yeah, we're not quite at the mark yet. We're like right underneath it.
Alright.
That's probably about the same distance as the other one away from you.
Alright, that's good.
This hole seems a lot more shallow than the other ones. But it might just be all this loose.
It might be, you know, that was the first one we did.
Yeah, you remember how like I got a couple inches under the ground
And he hit something hard.
Look at how thick this root is.
You know what that root's from? Is that tree that was sitting right here. Yeah, that thing was massive. Big and tough, like my boy Hansen. Look at that brown wiener dog. Hey, brown dog, what you doing, buddy? You getting filthy after your mama gave you a bath? She gonna come back from a cruise and smell a dirty wiener dog? Okay, we're on the last hole, and then we can let it set up and set our post. I'm ready to get in the building. Okay, it's finally my turn to do some work. Well, if you call this work. I'll just sit here and hold this post. You know, supervisors always have the hardest job on site, but that's why we get paid the big bucks. Okay, enough dreaming. But check out this excessive footer. Yeah, I go overboard, but I make sure that my post will never be touching the dirt or sitting in a low spot where it might puddle when it rains. So after setting this post, we braced it up using a couple 2x4s, just to hold it plumb while it was setting up. We're going to remove this before the sun sets, because at $5 a piece for a treated 2x4, yeah, I don't want them to warp overnight. Okay, now just 2 more posts, and we can get to the fun part. We got a rhythm going on now, which is good because the sun's about to set. Alright, all the posts are set. Gonna let the concrete dry overnight. Take these boards down, and start putting a floor in. Be back tomorrow. And we're back with the big boy framing nailler. This thing's like shooting a 45. Good thing it weighs like 5 pounds to help reduce that recoil. But man, I can't tell you how nice it is to get away from pneumatic tools. All electric, everything. Come on, DeWalt. I need you to jump on board and be my sponsor. Oh, and speaking of weight, to those that ask me if I had mini tools, have you ever used a hammer? Or a mini one at that? See, small tools never make a job easier, even if you're a small man. Weight is important. That's why my 55 pounds feels like 100. Rock solid, baby. But anyway, for those that wanted to see me use a hammer, here you go. Okay, finally, let's get to cutting wood. How much wood would a dwarf man cut if a dwarf man could cut wood? At least enough to wear out a miter saw every couple years. Okay, time for a happy break. What a good looking boy. Okay, back to work. Yeah, we putting this board in. Come on, man. Hey, brothers, are you on the level? Because I sure am. Rock solid. Check me out right here, yo. Okay, let's admire this view for a second. And have a drink break. Okay, back to work. Okay, so we marked out all of our joist placement at 16 on center. And now we're going to nail up the hangers. And then, measure and cut the joist. Let's cut this 43 and a quarter. 43 and a quarter?
Quarter's 2 lines, isn't it?
No, it's 4. Okay, let's cut these joists. Ah, nothing like the smell of sawdust. Okay, let's get these joists in. Which one is that number? Where's the numbers go?
You cut number 2 off.
I think this is
That's number 2.
Out of all construction, I think frame is one of my favorite parts. And maybe it's because it's the only time I get to whack something with a hammer. Men have enjoyed this for thousands of years. In fact, this is probably the real reason we left caves and started building houses. My boy Goobs loves to be in the middle of the construction project. Okay, a couple more to cut. Lily, what you want, Lily? What you want, Lily? I have to get your daughter. I have to get your daughter. She just beat you in the face.
Kinda in the way, Lily Bean.
We're gonna finish running the outer bands and call it quits for the day. And if you notice that joist hanger is the wrong size, you're right. It's for a 2x6, but I'm making use of what I got. I was choking up on that hammer and still got it in. I did cut 2-inch blocks to use as a spacer on the bottom, so the joist won't be hanging solely on the nails. Okay, before we call it quits on the day, let's take a moment and admire this amazing sky. Charlie said this is the best part about living in the country, especially at nighttime, when the stars come out. Okay, we're back the next day between rain showers, and we're going to remove these forms because the concrete's dry. It's beautiful. And not a bad looking form for some straps. Like a baby's bum. Okay, so back at this process. Measuring out and marking 16 on center, placing the joist hangers, and cutting the joist. And by now, you know the process. And this is how much we got done so far. So I didn't know until we started building this that whoever put up these poles for this carport, well, they didn't put them up straight. We measured off 4 foot from them, and you can see it's not really square. But I don't really care because I don't have to have a perfectly square tool shed. As long as I patch up all the seams, I don't have to worry about any leaks because I know it's not going anywhere. Man, I love hoodie weather. Who's this driving up on my video set? Well, they look mighty friendly. And all-American, too. So anyway, this is what we got done so far. Yeah, I know. It's not a completed project yet. And I hate uncompleted projects. But that's the way it is in today's economy. Because when I went and got the supplies just to build what I did so far, it's like $250. This would have cost me like, I don't know, $60 2 years ago. So let that one sink in. So this is just going to be a project that's done in stages. Because the fact is, I'm not ready to add on to my house yet. So it's not a big rush for this shit. I priced out what it's going to take to finish up the rest of this. It's like $900. So I'm going to put it on pause for now. But that's not really the only reason we had to stop. We were fighting the weather in between 2 tropical storms. And we barely got it done in between the rain showers. And plus we were rushing to get the work done before the weekend. Because we had a Repticon show to go to. It was my nephew's first time going to Repticon. So we put together a fun video of that. It'll be coming out here soon. But anyway, he's already headed back to Florida. So it's a one-man working crew now. So once they get back on this thing, I'll be sure to keep y'all updated. With all this activity, that explains why I was slow on YouTube for about 2 weeks. But anyway, thanks for watching. And until next time, y'all have a good one. Is that a dung beetle? Check this out. I didn't know we had these here. But we've been seeing them lately. My nephew got a video watching one roll a ball of poop across the yard. Oh yeah, real quick. Big shout out to my nephew Charlie. I appreciate all the help. As always.